Time for one more.
Congressman,
And then I'm going to go home to my family.
where do you stand on immigration?
Immigration. Here's what I think. If we didn't have immigration, there wouldn't be a person in this room, including me. So let's start with the proposition that except for the Native Americans, everyone here is an immigrant. All of us. My grandparents came here from Ireland in 1886. And I think they probably weren't legal. I don't know quite exactly. I hope that doesn't take away my right to vote. But here's what I think we ought to do. First of all, we do need to stop the flow of illegal immigrants into the country. Those who follow the laws, which this community does, should not be penalized because you follow the laws. So I'm in favor of measures that would stop the flow of illegals. Illegals really come from two places, by the way. Yes, some come across the Mexican border. There is some of that. But most illegals get in the country in two ways. They come here legally on a tourist visa or a work visa or a student visa and stay. And they disappear into the population, get an assumed identity and stay. The solution to that is to issue what we call a biometric identification on that tourist visa, which means that you got to identify who you are. And your eye scan or your fingerprints on there, you can't pretend that you're somebody else. And you got to go home when your visa's up. The second way people get here and stay is unscrupulous employers. I'm not talking about the person who accidentally or unknowingly hires someone who's not documented. I'm talking about the people who round people up to work on construction sites and other places knowing they're illegal and exploit that. I think those employers need to be more severely punished when they're caught. Again, not the person who inadvertently hires a dishwasher or somebody at a car wash. Now, what do we do about the undocumented who are already here? 11, 12, 13 million people. If you took a poll in my district, most people would say, send them all home tomorrow. Well, who's going to do that sending home, by the way? Are the police that are busy dealing with gangs and drug offenses and all, so we're going to take them off of those cases and start deporting 11 and 12 million? I don't think so. Here's what I'm in favor of. I think we go to, first of all, we try to shut the flow down of illegals in the country in the first place. Do whatever we can to bring that down to zero. But then we say to those that are here undocumented now the following. You can earn legal status and eventually citizenship if you do four things. 1, learn English. 2, pay what you would have paid retroactively on some kind of reasonable payment schedule if you didn't pay taxes for the time that you were here. 3, have a means of support. Not be a public charge on welfare, but show that you can pay your bills and earn your keep. And 4, you can have violated no other law besides the immigration law. So no murderers, no rapists, no drug pushers, they're out. But look, here's the way I look at this whole debate. 4 years ago, my office got a call from an immigration lawyer who asked for our help. There was a woman who had come here illegally from Nicaragua. She was working in a small chemical plant in the city of Camden. It was raided one day and she was incarcerated. She was arrested because she was illegal. She had 4 children, ranging in age from 3 years old to 11 years old. She'd been here for 15 years. They were all Americans because they were born here. So let's think about that family for a minute. Does it really make sense to take those 4 children, who are every bit as American as my children or yours, and ship them back to a country they've never been to, in a place where there's no job, no future, no opportunity? What was this woman doing that was wrong? Yes, she came here illegally. She was working. She was paying taxes under somebody else's Social Security number, by the way. So not only was she paying taxes, she would never collect it because it wasn't on her own. So she was paying taxes, raising 4 children, following the laws of our country. If we really say we support family values, does it make sense to send those people home? I don't think so.
Right.
So what I would say to that family is learn English, pay your bills, be in a position to pay your bills in the future, not violate any other law. Then you can earn legal immigrant status and eventually earn citizenship that way. That's what I think we're doing. Well, you have been very, very kind with your time and attention. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.